You're watching Wolverine TV!
Hey Bronx Science, welcome back to another episode of Wolverine TV. I'm Julia.
And I'm Grace. Let's kick off this week's episode with Events with Emmett.
Hey Bronx Science, welcome back to Events with Emmett, where I'll be catching up on events happening in the school. The School Play to Laramie project 10 years later will be taking place next week in the auditorium. It will be at 3:45 on Tuesday and Wednesday and 6:30 on Thursday. NHS members, there will be an NHS meeting taking place next Friday in the auditorium. That's all for this week, Bronx Science. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emmett.
Yep, now let's move on to Clubbing with Kyla.
Hi everyone, I'm Kyla, and welcome back to Clubbing with Kyla, where I help you figure out what interests you here at Bronx Science. With me today are leadership of the Cybersecurity and Ethical Hacking Club. So, first question is, how many people actually know what you're doing when they come to join your club?
So we would say most people who join the club start with a pretty low knowledge of cybersecurity and ethical hacking, and that's fine because it's not something that an average everyday person has experience with. And so we try and spend a lot of time teaching fundamentals and really making sure that people know what they're doing, so we can get into tackling more advanced stuff as a club together.
So what are some examples of how you ethically hack and what you do during the meeting?
So we would say most of the times in meetings, we're split between covering content and then attacking challenges that are built by the two of us or by Wolfie or by Sean that we can all just sort of work together on as a club. So one meeting we might be talking about a new tool or technology that's relevant, and then the next meeting we might be working on exploits that have to do with what we covered in the last meeting.
Alright, so last question, are there any events that you guys want to promote, related to your club?
Probably, as Dimitri was saying, we have the interactive sections where the club members can try and hack into machines. I'm working on a network of vulnerable machines, so it'd be multiple, and we'd spend a meeting or two kind of where you have free reign to try and hack into these machines.
Thank you for answering my questions. Those are great responses. You should make sure that you check out the Cybersecurity and Ethical Hacking Club on Fridays after 9th period in room 231. That's all for me. Now back to you guys.
I feel secure.
Now let's check out this crazy book with Camilla.
Hey Bronx Science, welcome back to another episode of Get Lit with Camilla. I hope you had a restful break. The new year brings hopes and aspirations and causes us to look at our lives through a deeper lens. So here's a philosophical question for you. What's better, to be well-liked or envied? For the successful young Wall Street workers in American Psycho, these decisions rule their day-to-day activities, such as the way that they dress, act, and even talk. All of these actions are calculated to come across as effortless and important. But their lives are a front that masks the insecurities and weaknesses that they all have, which we get an insight of as we look into the mind of Patrick Bateman. Handsome, rich, and charming, Bateman seemingly has it all, and appears as an upholding member of society. But underneath that lies a cruel and unhinged man. American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis is set in 1980s New York, but its message is timeless. Vanity and shallowness consume people and cause them to become their darkest selves. There are multiple traits in characters that reflect societal norms, such as vanity and self-obsession, which Ellis comically illustrates through the conversations characters have with one another. This book can be found online on the PDF, or you can email me at kulahlioglu@bxscience.edu. That's all for this week. Back to you guys.
Wow, I have to read that.
And I have to roll some promotions.
What's wrong?
I'm so bored on Thursday afternoons.
Thursday afternoon?
A great club to relax and draw, to make new friends, and to express your creativity.
Wow, what a well-made and definitely not blurry video. I can't wait to check it out.
If you have any promos you want us to air, email them to us at wolverinetv@bxscience.edu. We can't wait to see them.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram at BXI Wolverine TV for more crazy cool content.
That's a wrap on this week's episode, people.
Catch you next time. And as always,